Good afternoon and welcome to Loffler. My name is Mike Kroll and I'm the production print specialist for Loffler and our surrounding branches. And to my left is Dal Stefan, our production service manager, and to my right is Christy Sneed, our technical support specialist. What we want to talk about today is production print and what's involved in production print and how to find a provider or a dealer that would help you in that area. So production print, when we talk about production print, we're talking about color and full color, 4-color, and we're also talking about black or monochrome. And there's different markets other than just commercial print, franchise printers, and quick printers. We also have marketing, we have advertising firms, we have different things that they also utilize a production print. Also, in the black and white environment for production print, we have government, education, insurance, and things like that. So it's not just your traditional commercial print that you're looking for when you're, or people that are looking for the production print. When looking for a production print dealer, what you want to look for is, what I find is easier, is that you find a multi-line dealer. So if you go to one dealer that has one manufacturer and represents one product, and they do a needs analysis, they only have one product to offer you. So is it in your best interest to say, okay, this is what you need, but this is all I have? What we find beneficial is if you look for a multi-line dealer that has multiple manufacturers, multiple devices, that they can honestly do a site survey, they can do a needs analysis with your group, and then they can analyze what they need, and you can take all the products that they have, and then we can match up what's best for your system. The other thing that you want to look for in a production print provider is that what kind of support you get. You know, how knowledgeable is your sales rep? How knowledgeable is the person demoing the machine? How knowledgeable are the people that you're dealing with when you're looking at the product? Also, do they have a help desk? Do they have technical support? If your folks have application issues, do they have a resource to go to? You know, when you get your machine installed and you need training, if you're getting training, is it just the one time when you get your machine, or is it more times after that? So it's continually through that. And then again, the tenure. I think the tenure is important for your sales rep. We've all been doing this a long time, but not only that, is that the tenure is that if you buy a machine and you're going to lease it for 5 years, you would like to have the same sales rep, the same service person, the same support person for that time period. Instead of having reps come in and out, it doesn't really give you as much support as you need there. So with that, there's some other applications and some other things to look for when you're looking at production print, and I'm going to turn it over to Christy.
So what Mike is saying is, we've been doing this a long time. One thing we'd like to do is look at your total workflow. So seeing how those jobs are being submitted. Once we can determine if there's a way that we can better improve your workflow, we can go from there. If that is job ticketing software, if that is variable data software, if that is just data in general. Just trying to better improve your workflow. So we do it from the beginning all the way to the end, and that leads into service.
Yeah, so with the service provider, I think the biggest thing that you're looking for are a couple of different metrics. The first thing would be really the response time, how quickly your technician is getting out there. We all want the same thing. You need uptime. Downtime is bad time. So you want to make sure your technician is arriving in a timely manner. I would say under 3 hours is a pretty good metric to hit. The other thing would be is how effectively they fix the machine the first time that they service it, which can come in a multitude of things. It kind of piggybacks on what you were saying, Mike, with tenure, right? And the experience in sales. It goes the same way with service, but has the company set up that technician with the proper resources, parts, diagnostic tools to be able to come to the end conclusion to get you back running in a timely manner? The other thing that I would suggest looking for in a service provider would be the actual technician, right? What does that technician bring to the table? In like sales, we look for, or you should look for tenure, right? How long has that technician been in the industry? Are they rookies to production print, right? Are they the all solution type thing, like what you were referring to in sales, right? With the additional support. Can they diagnose your break fix issue? Can they do the front end application type stuff, whether it's a controller with other different software that's provided? Can they deal networking stuff, right? Scanning, print drivers, things like that, as well as even into the design suite. Do they know any information about the design suite, and can they help you? That way the technician isn't break fix, I don't know what's going on, I need to contact somebody else, and guess what? That's more downtime. again, downtime is bad time, right? So, and then if you want a cup of coffee, they know if you're drinking leaded or unleaded, right? So that type of relationship you want with your technician, because that's really important. You want to make sure the technician also is familiar with your environment. A lot of tenure, there's a lot of companies who have tenured technicians. However, they may not know a lot about production print or those types of print for pay type environments. So you don't want a technician that is focused on production print and then can kind of go back and, well, I'm going to go work on a business class machine next, and the mindset is completely different. You want a company that has a separate print division just for production print. That way you know they're specialized, and then they know the needs of production and what they need, because those needs are different. So they need to know what they're walking into, what the demand is, the criteria, and that way they know how to give you the best customer experience that that you can have. And that in the end of the service is the best thing that you're looking for, the overall customer experience. So those would be the main three criteria I think that I would look for when it comes to a service provider. And yeah, so I hope this helps you guys find a company that can best fit your needs for your production print device.